About companies now. People getting into multi-level marketing today, I've heard a lot about this where an individual will get involved with one company because they like the product or service, then they find another company with a product and service and another company with a product or service. Can a person be a part of more than just one company?
It's not unusual today, Robin, that individuals are acting as distributors for compatible products or services of 2 or 3, up to 4 companies.
What about the companies, and I've had people call me on this a lot lately, the companies that say to Mr. Jones, we just heard you are doing something else, and unless you stop doing it, we will terminate you from our company.
As a general matter, as an industry standard, it's not reasonable for a company who basically has signed independent contractor agreements with individuals, recognizing that they are independent contractors owning their own small business. It's not reasonable for a company to expect that they will not be engaged in some other business activity. But what is reasonable to be expected by a company is that individuals will not use access that they get to downline computer printout reports, access to training meetings where they meet other distributors, access to business opportunity meetings to raid the distribution base of one company in favor of another. And so it's very fair, and almost every company has what is called a cross-sponsoring rule, which basically says that other than those individuals who you have personally sponsored into the business, it is not reasonable for you to be recruiting other downline distributors into other businesses or selling them other products. And if you would like to do that, then you should move on to another company.
That makes sense. In other words, I come into a company and let's say on the application it states that I in no way can recruit anybody other than my personally sponsored people into another company, and if I do, I'm terminated. Something to that respect.
That's correct.
But what about the company that says in the agreement you cannot be a part of any other company?
Well, if you're asking can a company legally ask that of an individual, the answer is yes. Under our antitrust laws and other court rulings.
If I don't like it, I just don't sign the agreement.
In fact, exclusive distributorships, manufacturers are entitled to choose with whom they deal so long as price fixing isn't involved. And they're allowed to say to people, if you want to do business with us, we expect it to be exclusive. If you don't like our terms, you should go somewhere else.
Because as we're just talking here about the growth of this industry, invariably over a period of time, just about every product and service is going to be network marketed.
It's unusual, though, to see a company make that demand on its distributors, but I have to say that there are some companies that do that. They have their own good reasons. The reasons are not necessarily bad reasons. The company may merely feel that if a distributor is to do a good job for them, they need to devote their full time and effort to one company. And you know, from a business standpoint, and my experience after 10 years in the industry, I think that a distributor does best when he focuses on one particular company's products or service. And when he dilutes his efforts, he or she dilutes their efforts among several, I really think that it shows in the results.